moved to the side to make it easier to navigate. So you'll see that they're all the same. Everything's under the same main titles. We've just moved them over here. If, however, you like the old way and you don't want your tabs over on the side, you can click this billboard right here where it says new menu got you feeling lost. You can go back to the old one, click here, and basically that's going to take you over to your setup icon that's in the top right corner, and then go to options, and you can turn it back to the old one here where it says back office style. The default is this new one. If you want the old one, you can just change it back to original and click save, and that will put the main tabs back at the top where they used to be. Next week's topic for What's Up Wednesday is going to be flip shows. So Erin will be covering the different flip shows you have in your account and going over some things with those. Something coming up we have to look forward to is a more mobile-friendly back office. So now that we've made the desktop version different, we'll be working on the mobile version for the back office to make it a little bit more user-friendly, so you can use it better on a phone. And today's topic we're going to be covering is going to be the property widgets. Basically, we give you all of these different widgets to use so you can showcase your properties on other sites, on other websites, other blogs, or our blog too. You can also use it anywhere that code is allowed, HTML code. You can use and share your properties that way. To get to your property widgets, you're going to go to the Property tab and then go to Widgets. And here you'll see all kinds of different widgets we have to display your properties. You can choose to display them this way. And that's a good thing about the widgets page is it lets you view what each one's going to look like so you can see how you want to use it. But basically all you would have to do is you can view it to see what you want it to look like. So if you wanted to use this one, you could say, okay, I want to use this one. You would go to Modify, make sure you've got everything picked out the way you want it, how you want it laid out, the display size, colors. You would then click Go. And then you would go to the Get Code box, and you would just copy the code here, and you would go paste it on another site or a blog or anything that accepts the HTML code. The different ones you see here, as you can see, this one will display all of your properties that you have listed for sale, and it'll look like this. I'll just show you what these all look like. This one displays it in a nice little box. As featured properties, it'll kind of scroll through each one. Then you have the scrolling flash widget, which will display it in kind of a vertical fashion. A lobby display will give you a very large picture of each home with the information about it as well. You'll see it this way. A lot of people will use this for lobby displays. If there's a TV in the lobby, they can display the different properties that they have for sale. And that one looks like this. Then you have the property map. And you can choose to show only the active properties, only the sold properties, or both active and sold that you have in your agent marketing account. And you would choose which one, and then you would copy and paste that code. Then you have a single property image. You would choose which property you want. And then you would click Go, and it would show just like that. You would copy and paste the code here that you would want, and then you can use that on any other website. Then you have a property display. Basically, this will show as many across the page as it can, and then it will wrap to a new row, and this one you can do 3 different ways. Just to be a little bit different each way. And you would just copy the code and then paste it again wherever you can for HTML if it accepts HTML code. This one is nice. It's a listing book. So it's going to show, again, you have the option for active properties only, sold properties only, or both active and sold. And you can take this and it will display as a nice listing book for each property. So you'll have the price, the bedroom, bathroom, a little bit of the description, and then you can flip through it, and it will again show the different properties you have for sale or sold. Now, I will show you how to work this into a website, per se. We'll go ahead and put one of these onto an agent website in the system so you can see how to copy and paste the code that way. First, you would want to decide which one you want to use. So I'm going to use the listing book, and I'm going to use the sold properties because I want to make a sold page on my website. So basically, all I have to do is double click, or even just single click, really, and it'll highlight the whole thing. You'll copy, Control C. Then you'll go over to personal and personal websites. You'll click on the menu icon next to the website you want to put it on. Then we're going to add a page. We're going to add a page for our sold properties. So we're going to create my own custom one-column custom page, and we're going to call it sold properties. We'll put that as the page title too. And then you're going to click add. Once you click add, you'll see it down here at the bottom of your page list. And then what we're going to have to do is click on the page edit icon. It's this fourth little blue square over in the page column. That means you want to edit the content on the page. So basically, you're going to get rid of what's here. Now, to use code, you can't just paste code right in here. It'll just come up and it'll look all garbled on the website. So you have to remember that when you have HTML code you want to paste onto a page like this, you're going to click source first. You're then going to paste in your code. You're then going to click source again. And then you're going to click save. Now you should be able to view it. And it should show up on your sold properties page. There you go. And you can click play. You can see that this sidebar really kind of interferes with this page. So I'll show you a little trick for that. If you go back to edit the page for that page, click on this sidebar customization, and then turn that off for that page. So then you'll be able to see, once you remove that, that has removed that from the page, so the page looks a lot nicer now. And then you can use that, and you can display your sold properties that way. So it's pretty easy. You just have to remember that source button, because if you don't do that source button, then it just comes out, all you will see is the code, and you won't see the pretty widget we offer. You can also add it to a blog on the system. It's going to be the same way, but I'll show you real quick. If you go to Personal tab and then Blogging, you can add a new blog, and you can use any of the widgets on this. You could do, one idea you could do is use just a single property widget, and then you could write a little write-up here, type up a little write-up about the property, and that'll help with SEO for a property. Anything extra you can do is always helpful. Again, you'll see the source button here, and you would just paste in your code, click source again. You would click save. Oops, I forgot a title. Let's put sold properties here. And then you can click view. And again, you'll see your listing book right here. So there are different things you can do with them. So mainly other websites, our website, any blogs. I do know that Craigslist does not accept HTML, so you would not be able to use it there. Facebook does not accept widgets. They used to years ago, but they do not anymore. So you couldn't use it there either. But anywhere you can put HTML code, you will be able to use these widgets. And just remember, you do have some options as far as modifying some of these as far as colors and height and width and things like that. So just remember that, and just remember if you're using it within our system, to make sure you click that source button first. Remember, it's source, paste in the code, click source again, and then save. As for other websites outside of our system, you would have to find that out from whoever created those. That is pretty much it for property widgets today. That was kind of a short one, but I just wanted to give you kind of an overview of those widgets and show you how you can use them in our system. Did anybody have any questions? I see one question that says, is there a mobile app or we just use Safari on our phone to the main website? You just use, there's no mobile app. You would just use Safari or any browser to go into agent marketing, but now they're working on making the look more mobile friendly so that it's easier to use when you're on a mobile device. Are there any questions? Anybody have any questions? I can hang out here and see if anybody has any questions. Feel free to ask, type those in there. Yes, this video should be posted on YouTube today. I usually do it right afterwards, so it should be up there pretty quickly after this is over. I'm not sure, Leslie, what you mean by that is for listing presentation. Did you have a question about it? Today's topic was over property widgets, Leslie, in case you needed to know. But yes, we should have the video up pretty soon after the webinar is over. So you can always go to our What's Up Wednesday channel on Agent Marketing on YouTube and view it there too. What does everybody think about the new layout of agent marketing once you're inside your account? Remember, you can switch it back to the original old layout where it puts the buttons on the top of the page if you want that to. Any other questions? Oh, good, Anthony. I'm glad you like the new button. Any other questions? How do you change it back? Okay, well, I can go over that again. Sure. If you want to change it back, basically the easiest way right now, if you're on your dashboard, on your billboard, you'll see right here with a green arrow, it says got menu, new menu got you feeling lost. You can go back, click here. You can just click right there and it'll take you. Basically, this screen is in setup. If you go to your setup icon in the top right corner, which is the one with the gear, and then you click on options, it'll take you to this screen. And in the top left, it'll say back office style. Default is going to be this new layout. If you want it to go back to the original where the main tabs were at the top, you're going to switch it back to original, and then you're going to click save. And you may have to refresh your screen when you do that to see it go back, but that's how you would change it. So setup in the top right corner, and then options. You can change it back from there. Any other questions? All right, since I'm not getting any more questions, just remember next week's What's Up Wednesday webinar is going to be over flip shows. And if anybody does have any questions coming up after this, just feel free to give our support team a call at 949-328-5050. That number should be in the top right corner of your account. Or just use our online chat help feature that's usually in the bottom left. And feel free to give us a call or chat us if you have any questions or need any help, okay? Everybody have a great Wednesday. I'll see you next week.